trust us when we say Julius is really a friend who is also an agent, not just an agent. And you can be assured that he will have your best interest in mind.
Hi, I'm Alvin. I'm a counsellor with Singapore Children's Society.
I'm Ellie, so I'm a social researcher. This dog, he's 9 years old, his name is Banner. So we adopted him about 2 years ago. And he's now a happy old man. The first time we saw him, he was hiding in a corner. He was not interested in anything except the bag in our hands, which had treats. Oh yes, tired already? Yeah, so it took him about one to 2 months before he warmed up to us.
So we were looking for a rental place. So it was our first rental, and we had very clear requirements of needing a space that allowed pets. Obviously because of Banner and another dog that we had. And we were facing a lot of difficulties finding a landlord that was agreeable to our requirements and finding a space that we liked.
While I was browsing on Facebook and I was commenting and I said, oh, I'm interested in the listing, Julius picked up my contact from there, and he was the one who messaged me to say, hey, I'm an agent, do you need help? I'm happy to assist.
So I think our experience with Julius has been very good. Our first interactions with him were very optimistic. He was very open with us. He shared with us very clearly about the process that we were going through, the rental process, the legal aspects of it. I think also what was nice was that Julius was very upfront with us in the idea that we will be facing difficulties because of our requirement. He didn't beat around the bush and didn't say, no, I'll do everything and everything will be fine. But he was very optimistic throughout the process. He assured us that no matter what, he will support us or he will help us through the process.
We were in quite a bit of a rush to move out. We actually gave ourselves about 1 month to find a deal and to move in and to settle all the logistics. Ever since we got Julius, it only took about 2 weeks. We found a place, we signed a contract, we moved in, inspected everything all within 2 weeks, and it exceeded expectations.
I think Julius was very, very clear about the pricing. He told us the rough average price of this area, and he was very helpful and very supportive in helping us negotiate down the price. He was also very helpful in ensuring that we were not given a price that was outside our range. He kept it within our budget very clearly, and he even helped us to bring it down as much as he could.
We understand why most landlords do not want pets, but we were very assured that our pets were good. But I think having Julius as our agent really solidified the deal that these tenants are good and their pets are very well trained. So I think because we are first time tenants, right, what Julius very thankfully did for us was he instituted the 30-day warranty, and I think that really helped us a lot because within the first 30 days we did find a few maintenance defects like leaking water pipes and all that. So immediately once we found all those issues and all the defects, we sent evidence, we sent photos and videos to Julius, and Julius very promptly liaised with the landlord's agent and everything was fixed within a few days. That was one of the best things that he has done for us. Then even after the 30-day warranty, some of the aircon units, they were a bit old and they didn't really work as well as what was promised. We told Julius and he liaised again with the other agent and he resolved it.
Along this process, Julius also started talking about future plan. He started talking to us about, okay, what are we going to do once this rental agreement ends? So are we looking to extend the tenancy? Are we looking for a new rental unit? He didn't just work with us on this one item, but he started talking to us about, okay, what can we do in the future? I started planning with us about the future.
So Julius first told us that the landlord wanted to sell, and because we are not sure what the process is usually like, he told us to just pick 1 or 2 days whenever it's most convenient for the two of us to arrange for a viewing. And so far, very greatly appreciated thing is that most of the time, the other agent, when they want to schedule viewings with us, everything is done through Julius. We don't need to share our contact numbers or anything. Very importantly is that everything was done really at our convenience, and whenever we are not free, we just had to tell Julius that, hey, sorry, not this week, and he would very kindly rearrange everything for us. Firstly, in the very initial days when we were still a bit two-minded about having an agent, when we spoke to other agents, a lot of them left quite a sour feeling with us. Like they were not very pleasant to deal with. They were very crass and very rude. Whereas when Julius came on board, he's very warm, he's very welcoming, he's very understanding, especially when we tell him, hey, it's our first time.
I think for me, it's more of Julius actually concerned about long-term plans. So our long-term ideas of where we want to be in about 5 years, 10 years. He's not just focused on the immediate sale.
He's very detailed, so he always ensured that all of our documents are in place and we are not the neatest people. But Julius really helped us catalog everything down, make sure that we took photos and videos of all the defects, make sure that we have all our documentation ready. He even set up a Google Drive for us to have all of these documents, which unfortunately I misplaced again, but I'm quite sure Julius has a copy of that.
I think what's also very different about Julius is also he genuinely cares, and we can see that he cares. He puts himself out there, he helps us connect with different agents or even to get this current rental place. There was one particular unit that we were looking at. The landlord was very keen to rent it out, was very gung-ho to rent it out. So when we just felt something was off about the unit, he himself advised us maybe we should want to reconsider this unit because of that vibe that he got from the landlord's agent. So that also helped reassure us that he's more interested in our well-being and helping us rather than just making the sale.
Another point is that sometimes when we give him our requirements, it's a list of maybe 5 checkboxes that he must tick. But he doesn't just stop at the 5. He goes above and beyond that, and that's something that sometimes we cannot foresee, and we have to trust our agent with his experience and his expertise. Very, very greatly appreciated.
The key word I would use to describe Julius is diligent. Throughout all the interactions with him, all the work that he's done for us, I think he's been very diligent. He follows up very closely and he ensures that whatever we need, he's able to help us. If he cannot help us directly, he will try to find someone who can, or he will link us up with people who can. So I think that's really something that describes Julius very well.
For me, I would use the word approachable, because I think sometimes when our relationship is too professional, I'm not very willing to go to you, I'm not very comfortable to go to you for advice. But for Julius, I know that he's always just one message away. I can message him at any time of the day. I know I am very, very assured that Julius will always have our best interest in mind. I won't recommend him just as an agent. I would recommend him as a friend. I would actually tell you, and I would wish that you will trust us when we say Julius is really a friend who is also an agent, not just an agent. And you can be assured that he will have your best interest in mind.
Initially, I was very skeptical about hiring an agent. So to start off with, when we were first looking for a rental space or we were first looking at property, I was very, very skeptical about the idea of hiring an agent because it's a very heavy and large outlay of cash. But I think with hiring Julius and with getting to know Julius, I'm a lot more comfortable with this idea that, as like Ellie shared, he's more a friend and more someone that we can approach to seek advice or seek help from, as opposed to just an agent. So I see him more as a friend who does this work, as opposed to an agent who became a friend.
When it comes to renting a home, it goes far beyond than just looking for a place that you love. A fairly vetted contract and guidance from a dedicated professional will ensure that your interest is protected throughout the whole of the list. Get in touch with me now and we work together to make this a seamless one for you. This is Julius Teo, signing off.